guys, my name is Molly Elmer. I am sister to Amandasfavorites, the planner guru, queen of the planner world. I don't know, that's who she is to me, besides my sister, whom I love very, very much. But she thought that you guys would be interested in seeing how I plan. I'm gonna preface this with, I'm not Amanda. I will probably skip details, not have the sizes to everything, and remember things after the fact. So just bear with me and I will do my very best to present to you how I currently plan. Oh, sorry guys, I got a hair. Okay. And Amanda's gonna have to edit this, so good luck. All right, I have my notes, so I will have to look at it and cheat that way. I'm gonna start off by showing you what I have been using this whole school year, so like fall 2019 up until right now. I started off in a life planner by ERIN CONDREN. I have used these off and on for a really, really, really long time, like a long time. My boys are 14, 13, and 9, and I'm pretty sure I got a gift card to some online stationery store and bought my first ERIN CONDREN life planner that way back when they were little. So this is the cover that I picked out. It's called, I had it say Breathing Dreams Like Air. And I love color. I don't wear a lot of color, but I do enjoy pops of color. So this is the life planner. It's from July until I think this next July. And I used it from July until the end of last year. And I think about the first week into January of 2020. And then for some reason, I just got this itch and decided I needed something different. I really thrive on routine and certainty, but I've learned that when it comes to planners, I actually like variety and will switch it up whenever I feel the need to. So that's my life planner, which is what ERIN CONDREN is known for. So you're wondering what I'm using right now, and I'm going to show you. The first thing is called the Reversible Quotes Calendar. Now with this, there are two options, the non-laminated version and the laminated version. The non-laminated version obviously can only be used once and then thrown away. So I picked out the laminated version just in case I really fell in love with it. That would give me the option to use it over and over and over again and keep it and use it as often or as little as I wanted. This is the current month we are in, March. Each month is a different color and each month has a quote on the back. I probably won't use the quotes and they don't come hole punched. That is my doing. I decided I wanted it hole punched to hang on my refrigerator because that is the most central location to our main floor where my kids can see this. Because I had kids coming up to me all the time asking me what we're doing that day. And when you're a homeschool mom, you get kind of tired when you hear mom, 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 mom. So I hang this up and I just put our scheduled activities. So anything that has a scheduled time for that day goes on this calendar. I like to write the dates in. You can also buy date stickers on ERIN CONDREN's site, but I just use these wet erase markers and I pick 2 colors for the month and I try to match because that's just what I do. So I write the date in the color that matches best to whatever the month color is. And then I use a black, always use a black one to schedule in all of our appointments. I also write my boys' names up there and the chores that they are in charge of weekly and monthly. And then down here, I like to write a current quote that is something that's just resonating with me at that time. And as you can see, a lot of things have been scratched out at the bottom and I'm sure you can guess why. Just so you can see the different colors that they come in, I'll just show you a couple months. And then they always have fun quotes on the back. Make yourself proud. So go and do that today. And if you like more simple, you want less color, or you want it to just look nicer and hang on your wall, they have something called the Wall Organization Center, and it's really pretty. I'm pretty sure I wrote that down word for word, so you can just go search it up on ERIN CONDREN. That's customizable, so you could do a monthly calendar or like to-do lists or whatever. So those would be the 2 options if you wanted something similar where your family can come and look and see exactly what you have planned for the day. Planning thing number 2. So I had my wall calendar with all our scheduled things, but I still need my to-do list. The things I need to do every day or weekly, jot down notes. I'm a visual person and I cannot keep a digital to-do list. I tried doing that and I failed, which means I really never accomplished anything on my to-do list. Right now, I am currently using, it is called Painted Petals Designer Schedule Pad by ERIN CONDREN. I want to say they have one more design. This is what the back of it looks like. This is what the front of it looks like. I don't have size dimensions, sorry. I'm sure it says it on the website. This is just a weekly, undated, like scheduled notepad you can lay on your counter. It has the days of the week, but you just fill in the date. It actually has one box for the weekend, so I usually just divide it up in two so I can have a Saturday section and a Sunday section. I like to use this for things that are on my mind that I want to get to, but I might not necessarily even get to it that week. It's just something that I can refer to as needed. I also use these. They're called, let me get it right, mild liners, and I'm pretty sure you can buy these on Amazon. They're dual tip, but I like to put a little box, and that's where I check off and mark off. And like I do, I pick a color that matches the color of my monthly calendar. You can use any color you want. One more thing I really like about this is it is perforated at the top, so it tears out really easily. This column right here is also perforated, so you could even make your grocery list right there, whatever else you might need, and you can actually tear it out and use that separately. So I thought that was a really cool thing. Now that pretty much wraps up my simple planning. I use those two things, but the third calendar that I use is my iCalendar. I live and die by this. Even though I'm not a totally digital girl, I do like the digital world with the paper and pen world. Only because that's how my husband plans all his things, so we can sync our iCalendars, we can send each other invites. It's really easy to keep track of what child has a doctor or a dentist appointment or a sporting event. And so at the beginning of every month, I take out my laminated reversible calendar from ERIN CONDREN and I fill in everything that I already know. And then each Sunday I sit down and I look at my iCalendar to see if anything new has popped up that I need to add to the week before the week starts. I didn't do that one week and I missed a doctor's appointment. So it's really actually important to stay on top of that. And apparently I need them in two places because just having it on my phone, I still forgot. I would say those are my 3 ways that I plan and calendar, but I also use a goal planner. Here it is. It's by Cultivate What Matters, and it is their 2020 Power Sheets. This is the 2nd year that I've been using them, and I'd like to say thank you, Amanda, because she has gifted them to me 2 years in a row, which is really awesome. I love that they're colorful. The front section is huge. It gives you step-by-step, just enough instructions to help you get an idea of the intentions you want to set. And I really like to think of it that way, intentions over just a certain type of goal. And then I think then you have your own little goals that fit in with the different intentions you want to try to focus on that year. And after that section, it's broken down month by month, and it comes with this sheet called attending lists, and it's perforated and it can tear out really easily. And I put this on an ERIN CONDREN clipboard. Love these clipboards, by the way. I keep it in my kitchen where I keep all my other calendar stuff, and I see it frequently, and I'm able to be mindful and aware of what I'm trying to focus on that month, and then I can check off and make adjustments as needed. Another really fun thing I like to do in the Power Sheets book is at the end of the month, when I'm prepping for the new month, I like to do something that I call, what am I learning? So it's just little things that I felt like I learned that month. Aha moments or light bulb moments, and I put them in here. And it's just fun to look back on and reflect. Also, they have quarterly breakdown. I'm pretty sure like spring, summer maybe, or maybe it's just spring and fall. And in those things, I like to kind of give a little life update, like what books I've been reading or my favorite TV show, the highs and the lows of the last few months. And then it's all in this nice pretty book that I can look back on. I did want to mention my favorite pen to use to write on the schedule pad by ERIN CONDREN is this lovely little flamingo pen. It came in a pack of like 12 from Amazon, and it was super cheap. It's a super fine tip, like gel pen. It writes really smooth. I don't know if it's like the most comfortable. It's actually pretty thin, but I love flamingos and it makes me happy, and so that's why I use it. So when you're writing out your stuff, use your favorite pen because it makes it more enjoyable. Now I'm going to talk about how I journal. This looks like a lot of journals, which is kind of intimidating. I'm not always good at journaling, so don't get the wrong idea. I ebb and flow. These covers are called the On the Go Folio Planning System by ERIN CONDREN. They're not leather. They're, I don't know, vegan leather? Is that what you would call it? It feels good in the hand. I like how they work well with not just the ERIN CONDREN notebooks, because this one actually has inside, I have a few MäksēLife notebooks. 3 to be exact. Hers are fun because you can pick your cover and you can also pick what you want on the inside of the notebook. So all 3 of these are her classic size, which are 5x8. This first one that has the llamas on it is actually called Gratitude First. So I use it as a gratitude journal. I actually haven't used it in a while. I want to start and pick back up with that again. So it's broken down like this. This is a layout. You can see it on her website. I date it for the week up here. So I go from Monday to Sunday. The column that has the numbers 1 through 5, I use it for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then this little box, the thoughts and notes, I actually talk about like how the weekend went and any like insights or gratitudes I put there. And then this changes whatever I fill that up with. I could look. Let's see, what have I done in the past in that section? I have talked about what I'm learning, what I learned for the week. I talk about what was maybe life-giving that week and life-draining. So what filled me up and what maybe depleted me. Let's see, what else have I talked about? Sometimes I just give a recap of things, more lessons learned. And then on this column right here, next to that, these little gray boxes, I put the names of each of my family members and then I write something that I'm grateful for about them that week. Whether they did a service for me or just supported me or just loved me. And then if I want to fill in any of the other ones, it might just be like a friend maybe that showed up for me in an important way that week or a quote that I read, anything like that. So my next 2 May designs are actually more journal. This first one, I sometimes will put pictures in that I print off on my little Polaroid zip printer. It's just day-to-day stuff, like what we're doing, what's going on in life, family update stuff. And then this second May design is like my journal, kind of where I purge all the good and all the bad and maybe all the crazy and the scary. I'm not sure I want anyone to read that while I'm still alive. But inside both of those, it is just blank graph paper. And then at the very back, I have an ERIN CONDREN Softbound Notebook, and this is kind of my spiritual journal, just spiritual quotes, thoughts, scripture, anything that deals with that and my spiritual journey. So that is the first On the Go folio. My second one has 4 notebooks in it. These notebooks don't have a link for them. They're actually by Danica Studio. They came in a pack of 3 and I got them at Powell's bookstore in Portland. And a side note, ever in Portland, please go to that bookstore. You love bookstores, you'll fall in love with Powell's. It's so lovely. But I got those there and each one of them is one to my boys. So I have 3 boys and I have 3 journals, one for each of them. I haven't written them in them as much as I would like, but I just share with each of them in their own personal journal, maybe what they're doing, what's going on in their life at the moment, highs, lows, accomplishments, how I feel as their mom, what I wish I could have done better. So hopefully when they're like 20 or 30 something, they'll read it and remember what a wonderful mother they had. Okay, so the last journal in here is an ERIN CONDREN one, and I don't know the exact name. It's by Amy Tangerine, her artwork. In it, I have travel stickers, and then I put a little story to go along with it. I wish I had thought about doing this when we actually traveled full-time, which we did in our RV for over 2.5 years. If you want to see all the craziness behind that, you can go to our YouTube channel called STREAMIN Freedom. This sticker in particular is a really funny story, but it wasn't so funny when it actually happened. So we'll see how long this takes me to fill up because we're actually stationary in Utah and not traveling full-time anymore. I think that is a fun way to document your travels, whether near or far, to collect a sticker and to write down a little story to go with it. Again, these are my journals, the On the Go folios, right? Yes, On the Go folio planning system by ERIN CONDREN. So a quick wrap up. I use my iCalendar. I use the reversible quotes calendar that is laminated by ERIN CONDREN, and I use the painted petals designer schedule pad by ERIN CONDREN. Those are my 3 main planning, I use the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets for my goal planning, and then I use an assortment of notebooks and the On the Go Folio planning system by ERIN CONDREN to journal. These are some of my favorite writing utensils. The laminated calendar, always I use the ERIN CONDREN wet erase markers. It just takes a little bit of rubbing alcohol and old washcloth, and it comes right off really nice. Because then my kids can touch it and they don't smudge it. Because if you use a dry erase marker, your whole monthly calendar is not gonna last, I promise. It just won't. And then I do love the mild liners and my little flamingo pen. I think that's it. I just want to say thank you that if you actually watched this whole video, you win a gold medal, because I know Amanda is way better at doing this than I am, and you guys are lucky to have her because she puts out great quality videos with lots of details, and it helps you find what you need to plan. And if you are at all curious about my life and what it's like to be a homeschool mom, stationary or traveling, you can follow me at my personal account at MäksēLife on Instagram. So there you go. Happy planning.